But hey, that's just the way it is. Nope. That's how some things are. But it, nope. Not it. Some things, sure. It, nope. That guy didn't get it. He was trying, but they had to kill him. Now, as far as Hornsby goes, I don't know anything about a guy named Hornsby. I mean, that's just a really weird name to me. But the other guy that they killed, he was probably onto something. He just didn't get all the way there. I mean, only God knows, but, you know, just saying. All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome. It's showing 2 thumbs and 1 person. So somebody only dropped in to give a thumb, and then they had to leave, which is fine. I do that. I do that from time to time. Certain dealio, their thingio, and I, want to show a little support, but I won't be dipping my thumb. I'm just leaving my thumb. This lingo is so confusing. All right, so changes. So I'm at the mailbox's place. Welcome everybody. You got it. Living in my car, making the dreams come true. So I'm at the mailboxes, etc. type place. It wasn't mailboxes, etc. It was a mom and pop, authorized FedEx, whatever, UPS, whatever, all the things. Like not a USPS place, but the ones that have the license to deal with all of them. So you pay a little bit extra to work with them, and the trade-off is convenience usually, and what's that other thing called? Customer service. The lady was nice enough. I actually thought that she was fine. I will leave a pretty positive review on Google. But anyway, so I'm going in. You heard me on the stream. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And I told Josh Tot with the tater tot little emblem. I'm like, hey, bud, just send me $10, and it's all good. And in regard to me, just for shipping, for me to send him a limited edition signed copy of an album by why am I blanking all of a sudden? Showbread. I knew it started with an S. Showbread. And out of the love and foreknown wisdom or something, foreknowledge, I don't know. He sent 15, which was nice. And out of my ignorance, I was like, that's great. That'll cover everything. And, just so happens that things have changed. I had a conversation with the lady. I'm like, I think something's changed. Because I remember there came a day when I went to go get my tires changed, and I was like, tires are like $75 to $90 a piece, right? And the guy is like, oh, no, they're 150 to 250 a piece if you're lucky, and if you wink at me. The mechanic never said that to me. I just made that up. Actually, mechanics are usually pretty cool guys. I've never known an SJW mechanic ever. I'm not saying they don't exist. If they do exist, they exist at like, I don't know, like a Goodyear kind of place, or a Sears Automotive, Walmart Automotive, maybe. I don't know. Maybe one of those places. But I've never encountered one, ever. But anyway, it's just a tangent. So I was like, so this feels like that same experience, man. This lady was in her mid-60s, if I had to guess, somewhere in the neighborhood of mid-60s, okay? So I feel a little awkward, mentioning, feeling like I'm getting older, because I'm noticeably not her age. So I'm a little sensitive. I don't want to. I try to respect my elders. All I'm saying. Now, a man, I don't care. I mean, if you feel bad about your age as a man, I'm like, whatever. You're goofy. You're goofy. Now, I'm gonna respect. Like, if you're over 75, not really 75. 75 is fine. If you're over 80 and up, now I'm gonna treat you differently. I'm gonna treat you with the utmost respect. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not vile, evil 80-year-olds. There are, but I'm still gonna do my best to respect you first, and then dismiss you if you're just a vile hater of God or whatever, and you have nothing of value for me to learn. Because that's my assumption about 80-year-olds and up, is you've had way more than enough time to accumulate something that is going to be of value to me. Oh, it's all about me. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, and that's actually a way to respect others, is to think that they might have something that you could learn from. That's not selfish. That's honoring. So anyway, not that any of you were arguing with me on that point, but anyway, she was at mid-60s, and pretty much if a woman is over 50, I'm gonna act like a little bit of sensitivity towards their age. Now, if you're under 50, I'm gonna make fun of you for acting old. That's the way that I see it. If you're under 50 as a woman, I'm gonna be like, you're not old. Shut up. We're basically in the same generation for the most part, and you can just shut up. You're not old. Stop it. Anybody under 50. Now, over 50 women, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, and I'm not gonna bring up the age topic as much. Now, my mother happens to be over 50. I still consider her relatively young. But, as time goes on, that obviously changes, because that's what happens when we get older. But here's what happened. I was like, listen, I'm still in the context where, and I point at her printer. She has a regular, like, Photoshop normal printer, like an office printer that you would have at a home office, a normal $200 printer, okay? Like, yay high, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, whatever. I was like, $40 to ship this somewhere niche, like one state over, two states over. And she's like, yep, nope, not anymore. Not anymore. I'm like, yeah, something's changed. And she explained that shipping has converted in the last couple of years. All USPS, UPS, FedEx. Now, DHL is its own animal. That's a different beast altogether. Those guys are just different. They're good for international anyway. They're not really great for domestic, unless it's something that's really valuable, in which case DHL is actually probably your best bet. Yeah, so anyway, little known fact. But here we go. So they all changed to a dimension system, and they threw away the girth situation and weight and all that. It's all about real estate. It's all about space. It's not about weight. It's about space. Because with the advent of Amazon just being ridiculously prolific, it's all about the real estate of the USPS truck, of the UPS truck, of the FedEx truck. It's all about real estate. So she said what they did is they hiked their flat rate prices, their flat rate boxes and all this. They hiked the prices up and lowered the size. They decreased the size and raised the price, double whammy. And so this tiny little box, 1.5 inch box, like smaller than a VHS tape. For those of you that are too young to even know what that means, Google, unless they've edited it out of history. But just go to a thrift store somewhere, like a Goodwill. You'll see a VHS and a Goodwill, guys. They're there. They used to exist. But anyway, smaller than a VHS, $16, flat rate box. Now, granted, I know that was upcharged slightly. I'm assuming slightly compared to if I had walked into a godforsaken Sodom and Gomorrah FedEx store. I hate those places with a passion. So I don't really care if they upcharged me $3. It was worth it for not having to encounter the just terrible trained what's an animal that I can use to a non-discriminating animal? Okay, trained elk. That's a non-threatening animal. That's not racially profiling anybody at all. I hope. So, trained elk work at FedEx stores, and they are as dumb as elk 99% of the time. I've had no positive experiences. It's just, and I've encountered, I don't know. But I take, in this city, because I actually remember having brilliant, beautiful experiences at the FedEx store in Asheville, North Carolina. I encountered those guys multiple times. Great attitude, helpful, down to earth. So it's just the location that I'm in this depressed socioeconomic state and county, the lowest socioeconomic county in the state of Florida. It all goes together. Are you going to hit the gas or just ruin your life? Just like, you have a beard. You shouldn't act like that. I expect more. Put some patchouli in that beard. By the way, yes, I just coined that phrase. And feel free to take that and run, because I just thought that up, and I think it's great. Put some patchouli in that beard. It rings like a legend kind of phrase. Oh, by the way, back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like within the last 3 or 4 or 5 months, Owen had mentioned coming up with code for how we could figure out if somebody was if they get it or not. And I thought of the perfect thing. For anybody that's watched Owen for more than a month, they should totally get it. So here it is. Hypothetically, I'm changing topics to throw off the algorithms, by the way. So I'm going to talk about something completely unrelated to the previous thing that I was talking about. Unrelated. Big hat, question mark. That's it. Not related. That little question that I just came up with, off the top of my head randomly. I don't even know where it came from, really, if you think about it. Completely unrelated to my previous little thing. So just for the record. But yeah, I think that hypothetically, that's excellent. Randomness, of course, as I said, that's unrelated to anything. I just randomly said big hat question mark, and it means nothing. I don't even know why I said it, really. Unrelated. But, sometimes stuff happens, guys. Sometimes just stuff happens. Yeah, so, anyway. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. So $16 to ship that thing. A little CD thing. So that's not to say anything. Like, Josh is a legend because he's a Patreon or a patron or whatever. But I'm a moron in regards to current affairs and how, okay, moron's the wrong word. I want to keep my words accurate. I'm ignorant to modern situations of change. I just had no idea because I'm like, oh yeah, I'll ship you this shirt anywhere in America or whatever. I'll give you my shirt, $10 shipping, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I shipped a tiny little necklace. And that cost like $13 or $17 or something. And I was just like, what? What is wrong with the world? What? I think it was 17. You guys were in the stream. I think it was $17. And that was directly from the horrible establishment of FedEx. Terrible. But the prices are just too high. So, I mean, you can still send a postcard for like 30, 35 cents and a letter for 50 cents. Yeah, I know it's a little less than that, but you know what I'm saying, 45, whatever it is. But packages, guys. Packages. It's just it's really ridiculous. It really is. So what it does though, and this is what really came to mind. This is what I was thinking. I was like, well, gosh, that really creates a monopoly situation for folks that are trying to do business through Etsy or anything else. People are going to be forced to incorporate shipping and packet. What is it called? Shipping and handling. That's what it's called. Shipping. They're going to have to incorporate the cost of shipping and handling in their product, and that just hurts. Amazon wins. I was like, how does Amazon make money from making the prices go up? And I figured it out. It's because they get more business. But how did they? I don't know. They're paying for something. It's not like they have an agreement with the USPS and FedEx and UPS to not have to pay. I'm sure they have a massive account and they get a massive discount. I'm sure all that's the case. Well, I'm not sure of that. I just assume. I assume that. But, we get free shipping. I just don't know. The free shipping thing, just kind of like the whole tipping your waiters and waitresses. I don't know. This is a completely different, unrelated, very unrelated. But I agree with those people that say take away the tip and just pay them. Pay them good. You know, if it's a little like $10, a place where you pay $10 to eat, well, pay those guys, you know, $8, $9 an hour. But if it's like $25 for your meal, well, pay those guys like 15, 17, 18 bucks. If it's Ruth's Chris, guys, if the average three people, let's say 4-person table, let's say the average table is 4 people in a restaurant, and the average ticket is over $100 every time, like average, right? Then you should be paying your waiters and waitresses, I don't know, 30%, 40%, 30. 30 is fair. 30, I mean, you could do 30% across the board. Across the board. 10, you know, if the average ticket's $40, well, you got 13 bucks or whatever for that table. And you're doing 3 tables an hour, you're making awesome. 30% might be a little high in that case, right? I mean, that would be pretty high. But I don't know. Maybe not. Tips, do they work out about the same? Not really. I don't know. I'm just completely brainstorming this situation. 20%? What do you think? What do you think? Labor is high, but if you could incorporate, no, just 20% of the ticket. If they just come for dessert, then and you know the bill is $18, then you got if the final ticket was $18, then I guess you'd be getting why was I saying 13? Oh, based on 30. Yeah. But let's say it was 20, and you got out at like a Waffle House, 20% at Waffle House, like $12. So you'd be getting $2.40. How many tables would you have to do in an hour to make a decent amount of money? You'd have to be doing like 7 or 8 tables an hour. Is that doable? Yeah. As a waitress, you're not cooking the food too. You know? I mean, I think that could be a model. There's been a lot of different business models in how businesses choose to pay their employees. Somebody could try that out. Like, listen, you're getting a cut. We're getting a cut. You're getting a cut. Chef is getting a cut. The supplies are getting their cut because, you know, you got to have the supplies. So that's, you know, off the top. But, you know, it's all built in. I don't know. I think that could work. Might have to change some pricing schemes a little bit, but not much. Just a little bit. I mean, enough to make it work. But anyway. Obviously, I haven't thought this out. Because I don't know what the tax implications of that are. But changes, guys, changes, you know. All right. So, I don't like it when someone yells. Makes me feel like I did something wrong, even though I didn't. It's kind of a funny little mind trick when somebody's yelling, just like when somebody slams a door, even if it's completely unrelated to me. When somebody slams a door, it makes me remember certain and it makes me think not happy thoughts. Yeah. So some of you might get what I'm saying. But some of you might not. Laugh if you like. But yeah, when the yelling starts, I'm like, this is not easy to listen to. But anyway, I watched Big B Lupo's video today, aka Mr. Good Bear, and I rewatched that stream where Pender and Mr. Good Bear were banned, and I had forgotten, I had forgotten a lot of those details, and I was like, wow, that's an epic video. So, and it was an epic video. Big B Lupo, that man knows how to make a video. He really does. It's good stuff. But yeah, guys, changes. Na 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 na. It's really a depressing song if you listen to the lyrics. It's supposed to be kind of woke-ish, but it really leads down a path of nihilism that I am not into, and I don't think it's true. I don't think it is a song that has truth or leads those people to truth. It's so nihilistic. It's so fatalistic. Maybe fatalistic is way better, more accurate. Fatalistic. I need to remember there's a difference between the two. Well, fate though. Destruction versus fate. Yeah, it's fatalistic. Fatalistic is correct. Nihilistic, maybe it doesn't go that far, but fatalism is definitely evident in it. That's just the way it is. Both versions, and I don't like other aspects of where those songs lead to. Musically, obviously it's a great tune. But lyrics matter. Hashtag lyrics matter. I like it. Je l'aime. I don't know. I can't remember the third person, if that's accurate or not. Je me l'aime or je l'aime. I can't remember. I myself love it or I love it. I don't know. I can't remember the proper grammar. It's been so long, guys. It's been so long. It's been since 2003 since I had a French book opened up in front of my face. Now, I've read French since, but not, academically. Not really. But anyway, what's going on? Looks like a lot of chat, a lot of chatter in the chat. It's all good. I read the comments yesterday, as I typically try to, and I try to reply to any of the comments that deem or require a response or whatever. So, yeah. By the way, uship.com, I think, is a different service altogether. It's better for like cars or really large items or things that you want really great taken care of. I think it's called uship. There needs to be more private Craigslist-y kind of networked. I mean, uship was a pretty good idea because people could bid. Hey, listen, I see that you have this statue that you need transported. We've done statues, and it sounds like it's 800 pounds, and we will charge $200 to get that halfway across the country for you, and you're not going to find a better rate than that. And that is as great as possible. It just so happens we're going that way. And we can swing by and we have room and we're good to go. And then somebody else is like, hey, listen, I see that you have a $200 offer. We also have done anyway, you guys get the point. Pretty sure it was called U-Ship. And did a pretty good job. It was just really hard to get bids on really, I was, it was weird paths that I was trying to get my stuff to when I was working at the art gallery. It was like from North Carolina to like Portland, Oregon or something. They're like, yeah, we could do that. Guys, it's a $1,500 item. I mean, $750. You guys are out of your mind. You realize that, right? I don't know. But there was sometimes it was really competitive with the, UPS and all that. Couldn't have done better. UPS, apparently, art dealers and stuff stay away from. But, so there's a dude by the name of Metcalf. Metcalf, which apparently dates back 700 years in its origins. Meat, cow, basically, is the meaning of that. Metcalf. It's an old English 700-year-old name. One of the oldest names that indicated heritage or something like that. And anyway, that dude, guy by the last name of Metcalf, was the one that invented he didn't really invent anything. He just, manipulated something that was already in existence to accomplish something new. The Cat5 cable, basically, right? Which is really just the nature of twisting cable in order to prevent, what is it? Not inference. What's the word? Not interference. That's not the word. The thing that happens when two strings are traveling together straight and not twisted, bad thing. And I can't remember what the word is. Whatever. But anyway, when you twist it, it takes it away and all that. 4 pairs of twisted wire. Cat5. And it's really just a tighter twist, I think. And for some reason, Cat6 is more rigid. It might be because the twists are different. I can't remember. But Cat6 is a little better for home runs and straight shots, which is why I was recommending. Well, I try not to say anything about Ethernet cables to Owen because, he's tried it all before. But I think that he doesn't. I don't know. He has to have somebody in his life saying, this is just fine. So, for instance, I'm doing mobile tethering right now. What is this thing called? Hotspot. That's right. So this is a hotspot. My cell phone with the laptop tethered to my phone, and the phone is getting its data from the cell towers. And as I drive, cell towers hop. And interestingly enough, I've had less issues. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but I feel like I've had less issues with this method versus the when I used to use my cell phone and live stream directly from my cell phone. I've had less complete drops. I was having issues because my laptop was dying and all that, but now that I have a new cord that works properly, it's all good. But anyway, I don't know. The changes thing, that's about all I have to say about all that. It's very, I'm going to have to just start saying $20. I'll ship whatever, $20. It's going to be 20. It's going to be 20. I'm going to have to up it because everybody, It's not a big deal, but it is kind of a little bit. So if you're charging like $10 for shipping, we're good to go. And then it costs you $15 to ship it. Well, you just made $5. That's stupid, obviously. So yeah. So I've got to not shoot myself in the foot with all that. But I still have that shirt. Alex Woofy Bear did not want the shirt. So I have a shirt to send. It's clean. It's clean. It's a chef's shirt from a professional kitchen supply company that my mom, well, they merged with Cisco now, but my mom works at this thing called Supplies on the Fly, who was bought out by Cisco. But anyway, it's a professional chef shirt. It's rubbing my neck the wrong way, but maybe I just have a sensitive red neck, you know? I don't know. It's not a funny joke. It's just is what it is. But yeah, I think it's a medium. I think it's a medium. So that's not going to fit very many people unless you're just like 19 years. I don't know. Why did it fit me? Because I don't know. I just weighed myself the other day. I'm like, dang, look at that. That my weight's not going anywhere. It's really just stable. I was hoping to get back down to like 155 or 150. Nope. I'm at well, I mean, I didn't weigh myself in the morning, so that might play a little bit of a role. But I was at 163. And I was like, oh man, I've been walking every day. I don't eat that much. But really, I think it's sugar and maybe sugar. So I got to watch my overall cumulative sugar intake. It's probably the situation. Hey, tonight is Wednesday night. I plan on doing some type of Bible study tonight, probably in about an hour to an hour and a half. And you guys can join me with that, for that, whatever. And join Patreon. $1.11 will put a smile on my face, as long as it's monthly. And, you know, that's $1.11 less that I have to worry about to buy food for the family. But congratulations to those of you that have made a resolve unto yourself that you will not be giving money to people, strangers online, because I actually think that that's a fine principle to have, as long as you're doing something to support the body of Christ somehow, some way, like in person and stuff like that, right? But anyway, I'll see you this evening. Read your Bible in the meantime, and shoot me some messages in the comment section of topics for tonight. And otherwise, I might be way off in left field with wild and crazy nonsense, but still with the Bible. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I will see you later.